comb my hair, guys. I washed it today. I am going to put some curls in it, but I'm probably going to do that either after this or tomorrow. Hi, Renee. I need to go ahead and get this other one up. Get this iPad up. Look like a wild woman right now. How's everybody been? Mine has been lazy. I really haven't been feeling well. Like, not because of my incision and everything, but I'm gonna turn it down. Just in general, just feeling like something is off. Okay, guys. So hopefully, can y'all see the title? Yeah, y'all can see the title. You can see the title because I just saw it. So, how's everybody doing? Hi, Georgia. Yeah, me too. What's wrong? Why are you so happy, Kimberly? I mean, Sheila. What good things have happened? I gotta do something with this. See this? Oh, I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. Hold on, guys. Let me get the light. Okay, now I can see better, and you can see better. See a little bit better to do something to this hair right quick. Where did that go at? What side? Over here. Okay, guys. So let's see. Oh, how do you think you lost? Where do you think you lost it at? I should be lighter now. Well, do you think that your co-workers, if they find it, would turn it in? I noticed that. Oh, okay. So that should be better. Yeah, that should be better. Hi, Latoya. Remember, guys, I'm looking over here to read your comments because let me see if I can get it set up, because this is cut off over here on this side. So I have to have another device to read y'all comments. So am I still dark, guys? I'm still dark. Okay, let's see. We can change the position of the light. What about that? Is that better? Okay. All right. So as you can see by the title, I want to talk to you guys and see what you think about the decriminalization of sex work. And we know what the sex work is, but they have changed their name from it being the P word to sex work. They've said makes them feel less humanized. So I was looking, I don't watch the news, and so sometimes it's hard for me to come up with a topic for us to talk on. And so what I found, oh, first of all, let me say thank you to the ones that has went over on Facebook and um joined the Divas Talk Time page. If you haven't did so, um go ahead over there after this live and sign up, because I'm going to start doing little clippets over there, and I guess it's going to be like a pre um look at what we're going to talk about in depth. So because I don't really look at news, I really don't know a lot of stuff that's going on in the world. So but this is a not it doesn't have to be just a woman empowerment channel. It can be anybody empowerment, but I try to base the topics around women. And so I was looking up topics for what's in the news right now that's related to women, and I came across an article about the movement to decriminalize sex work. And so they say that they have made progress because uh what lady, Sheila? I'm confused. My daughter was very, very nice to me today. She ordered me Uber Eats or whatever it's called from Raleigh and sent it to me. But okay, so Sheila, I'll wait for your um reply. Oh, okay, okay. So this young lady named Tamika Spellman, this is her argument. This is her argument. She says everybody has I think, I don't know if I need to make this age appropriate. I'll make it age appropriate after we finish. But she says everybody has sex, says Tamika Spellman. The only difference is that we charge for it. For more than 30 years. In that time, she's faced a stream of abuse from police. And it goes on to say that because of the constant arrest and the fines that she has to pay, when her children were small, they are adults now, but when her children were small, it caused a financial strain on her home. And she said that she's been forced to buy police officers food so she won't get arrested. That was the ultimatum. Oh, it'd be fine for you to work if I had some lunch in front of me. So, they say stuff like that. And so she buys them lunch so she don't go to jail. And sometimes they tell her she needs to perform sexual acts on her, and sometimes they have even raped her. And so she said that this profession or work, if it was legalized, then she and other workers like herself wouldn't have to face persecution from police officers. Yeah, I know it's not right. It really is. My view on it is that I don't feel like any woman should have to sell their body to feed their family. Now, does it happen and do I understand? Yes, because if I had to do that when I was a single parent, I probably would have did the same thing. I even thought about stripping when I was younger and just had my children. I even thought about selling drugs. But my brothers told me if they catch me with any kind of drugs, they was gonna beat me up. And they meant it too. Hi, Cassandra. So I understand the philosophy, but I mean, I think I would feel more comfortable selling drugs than selling my body. I mean, that's me because I am very self-conscious about my body. Um, it's been a long time coming that I didn't even allow my husband to really see my body. My husband haven't seen my real hair in probably 2 years, and he probably won't. Georgia says she believes that if that's the profession the men and women choose to do for whatever reason, they should be able to, as long as they are doing it at their own will and not trafficking. Yes, and that's what they said. They said that they feel like if it becomes legalized, then a lot of trafficking of human beings will start to take place. So, but there is, oh, I'm sorry. There is 2 states that has no that has New Zealand removed criminal penalties in 2003, and Amnesty International called on all countries to do so in 2016. But the United States has not yet jumped aboard on the legalization. But there is 2 states. Let's see. But in the United States, where buying and selling sex is illegal. It was for a few counties in Nevada. Decriminalized has also been legalized. And if you want to read the article that I read it's on Box, BOX, and it's called "The Movement to Decriminalize Sex Work Explained." They are both dangerous, but many do what they feel they have to in order to take care of themselves or their families. And yes, that's what I was saying. If it was that, if it meant that, and my children not eating, or that and the roof not over my children's head, then that's what it would have taken. Sheila says the U.S. is evil and they do things in wrong manners all the time. Yes, they do. And so I believe that I don't think it's going to lessen the assaults on females by what they call them, Johns, because John's gonna always feel like they can get over. But they do have a hotel. It's not a hotel, it's not called a hotel, it's called a brotel. A brotel that in the states, in the place that is legalized, they have to check into that brotel to meet their Johns. But they say a lot of people don't go there because it's like a cross between a prison and something else that they said. It was sort of like that, and they felt uncomfortable going there to meet Johns. But I think Johns, just because it's legal, it's not going to deter them from trying to get over on the women. But the thing is, the good thing about it is that if or should I say when, because it's going to happen when I can see that dark side of my face. I wonder if I put it like in front of me. Because that it is right there. Okay. So I believe that let's see, Georgia said, I also feel that prostitution, if legalized, would be inviting for more marital men to cheat. Yes, and government will want to get their share of the money and taxes. Of course, if they make it legalized, it's gonna be pretty much like any other job. The only difference is they won't have a 401k. They don't have a place to go to for say but they have to be out on the streets, not unless they are professional call people and they only do appointments. And I think that's what I would have been. I would have been that call girl. I would have been that. The dates and escorts and stuff like that. I don't think I could walk the streets. And but like I said, I do believe if I had no other choice that yes, I probably would do that. But I really hate police officers that take advantage of a person. They know these women and men. Oh, and then there's a law that's I didn't know it was illegal for transgenders to walk down the street in Washington D.C. They said that it's a crime for them to walk down the street because of I think they said the possibility of being assaulted or something like that. But I don't understand why. Yes, Renee, a widespread of sexual diseases, but they did say that if it did become legalized, or the states that have already, the counties in Nevada that has already been legalized, they have to have mandatory drug test. I mean, sexually transmitted disease testing. I think they said every 3 months, but yes, that's a 3 months is a long time. 90 days to, be out there with some form of disease and not know it, or know it and still giving it to somebody. But so they are taking precautions on a lot of the things that we're talking about. They try to put them in a bro hotel where there is security that is there for them. So if a John acts up, then it's somebody there to uh get the John, and for them to be safe. But because of the way they feel there, a lot of them are still not going to the bro hotel, brotel to work. So I remember a while ago when my aunt was renewing her vows, and she lived in Washington D.C., and she lived in a nice house. And when you on her street, it appears to be like a really nice neighborhood. But when you walk to the end of her street, out towards the um the larger street, the main street that runs, it becomes a different place. There was, prostitution, there was transgenders, there was men that was dressed as women, and I could have swore up and down that it was a woman, and my cousin was like, no, it's a man. And I had to walk past again, and I hate staring but looking, and yes, it was a man, and it was hard to believe that it was one. But you see transgenders all the time, especially like the one that plays on Star. She is gorgeous. She is gorgeous to be a transgender. And I don't think it's fair that you put more rules and restrictions on transgenders than you do on an actual street walker. So I'm trying to figure out something. I'm trying to see if I can look at this from the police point of view and law enforcement, since I was in corrections, and trying to see. I have talked to street walkers, and they say some of them said they enjoyed it. I don't know how you can enjoy doing those things over and over and over on people that you don't know their background, their history, or anything to that nature. And and to say to, I think, who was it? Profession, I mean, choose whatever reason. I'm trying to find who said something about men cheating more, because I've learned a long time ago that a man is going to cheat regardless. So whether it's legal or not, you still probably have um the same people, stepping out on their marriage. But I think it would be in the beginning. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on. But in the beginning, I think it would be more people stepping out on their marriage, because it'd be something new, and they can't get in trouble for it. And so I believe, yeah, in the beginning it probably be a lot of significant others stepping out on their mates, because it's going to be a new thing. And as we know, when new things come, we flock to them. You can tell by the craze that just went on with Popeyes and their chicken sandwich. Whatever is new, we as American or as a people want to be a part of it, want to be able to say, oh yeah, I was in on that craze when it happened. To this day I haven't had one of the sandwich. Do I want one? Yes, I want one. But my Popeyes seems to always be out or not have them. So I'll get one sooner or later. Georgia said, yes, true, they will always cheat, but if it's legal, they won't get in trouble with the law, only with their mate, as you said. That's right. And Renee said, maybe they won't get in trouble with the law, but they will be in trouble with their partners. Yes. Now, if they get caught, of course, they're going to be in trouble. But the thing is that streetwalkers or prostitution, well, right now they are more cautious, so they are more closed in and remote places and different things to that nature. So it makes it hard for the partner to find out. I know that's right, Renee. Me either. Makes it hard for them to find out that their partner did something wrong. But when it becomes legal, these places that they're gonna have set aside for the streetwalkers to go with their johns, if a partner feels like their spouse is cheating, all they got to do is case those places, and yes, they'll get caught. So I believe a liar and a cheat are my two pet peeves. If you do something wrong, I would expect you to be man or woman enough to say, hey, I messed up. I did something wrong. This is what I did, da 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 da. Regardless of whether it's sleeping around, whether it's you spent some money that you shouldn't have, or I just rather for you to be truthful with me, because I feel like if it's truthful, I'm not saying that it's going to change the outcome or the way I feel, especially if it's cheating, because that's something that has happened to me all my life. And I vowed when I got married that I was not going to stand for that anymore, and that I was going to take back the power that I had to react the way I want to react. And my husband already knows that. I told him, and I tell the therapist, and I don't mind telling it in public forums, because that's what I have felt like. This is what I feel is best for me. Not saying that it's right for everyone, but just say that both of them going to suffer consequences if they get caught. And Georgia said, it seems that so many virtues in the U.S. have been compromised. Our values have shifted, and violence and sex offenses have run rapid. Yes, it has. It has. And so that's going to be another thing, another piece of this. Once they legalize it, then it's going to become a battle with the churches. The church is going to feel like they need to take on this legalization of or decriminalization of sex work, against sex work. Wait, no. And Georgia said, no, I'd rather you tell me that you want to step out on our relationship before you cheat, and I'll give you a free get out of jail free card, so to speak. Oh, Georgia, I understand what you're saying, but I'm not. That's right, laugh out loud, because I'm not giving you a get out of jail free card on that one. And you better not fix your mouth to tell me that you are seriously thinking about, stepping out on me. Because if you bold enough to tell me you're gonna step out on me, then we don't need to be together, because you feel like you can disrespect me and then disrespect me beforehand by coming to my face and telling me that you getting ready to cheat. Mm-mm. Latoya says, sorry, sweetie, I have to get to work, but we'll watch on my break. Okay, Latoya, enjoy. I ain't gonna say enjoy your work, but safe travels to work, and I will talk to you later. And thank you for joining. If you haven't went over to Facebook and do our Divas Talk Time page, go over there as well. Renee says, I value morals. Tell me you want to cheat. I will grant you permission. Permanent freedom. Yeah, that's right. And I believe that some men do use that card to get out of their marriage, because they know that especially a lot of African American women is not going to take it. I have this philosophy, and I tell Georgia said, I think that respecting you if they tell you before you step out. Well, yes and no, because yes, you respect me enough to say, hey, I'm getting ready to do this, but you disrespecting me in the same sentence because you telling me you getting ready to do this. So in that instant, for me, it's a catch-22. Georgia said, I think she was saying she does too when it comes to morals and values. Yeah, and this is what my philosophy is. I taught myself that a long time ago, and when my children was growing up, I taught them the same thing. It's better to cry to get over them than to cry and be with them. So it'll be hard and it'll hurt, and I went through spirals. I got majorly depressed. I pretty much wasted away because I wasn't eating. And I thank God for my husband, because my husband came along in that time of my life and really pulled me out as a friend. We was friends. Pulled me out of that dark place along with my mom and my grandma. They did. But yeah, I tell my children that don't stay with somebody and you cry all the time because they doing this and they doing that to you. No, somebody out there for you that's going to love and respect you the way you should be and not step out on you. But Georgia said, I don't want to be with no man who doesn't want to be with me in true, wholesome relationship. That's right, Georgia. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I love my husband dearly. And so, guys, it's a story. I'm going to change the topic right quick. It's a story to the reason why my hair is pressed, washed and pressed. I had a dream last night that my husband told me that he wanted to see me dress sometimes. And I asked him in the dream. I didn't know I was dreaming. I asked him in the dream, did he want my hair to be done too? And he said yes. So when I woke up this morning, my husband was already gone. So I called him and I said, babe, I said, did you tell me that you would like to see me in clothes and like to see my hair done sometimes? And he's like, when did I tell you that? I say, I think you told me last night. And he said, no, wasn't me. I said, oh well, I must have been dreaming. I said, but would you like to? He said, yeah, it'd be nice that he would like to see my hair done and me in some clothes. So I have to find some stretch pants and t-shirts because that's still night clothes to me. So yeah, I'm going to do that. And that this is mostly what it'll be, just straight down. Because right now, I'm gonna put some curls in it. I'm gonna put some rollers, the bendy rollers in it. But yeah, so that's the reason why my hair is down. I washed it and everything so that I can curl it. But it took me probably 2 hours to do this. Washing, blow drying, and then the texture hair is like a coarse kind of texture. And so I had to use the hot brush. Then I had to use the electric straightening comb. Then I had to use the flat irons, and I had to use castor oil, a heavy oil that's going to um, weigh the hair down. So that's why I'll just put it in 2 cornrows on either side, and I leave them in until I'm going out somewhere, and then I'll comb it out because it'll have waves in it from the cornrows being in it. So, but during my class reunion, I put a lot of mousse and different things to that in it when I pent my hair up for my class reunion. So yeah, it was that long. It's been like 2-3 months since I washed hair. And it's not that I wear this for 2 or 3 months. It's like I'll wear it for a month maybe or so, and then I'll take it off and I'll switch it out. And then most of the times I try to wash all my hair units at one time. But this particular one, for some reason, I didn't wash it. And when I put it back on, so it still had that stiff feeling in it. But back to our topic. So, yeah, I want it to be. I think that would be a great thing for them to be legalized, so that they won't lose money. They don't have to. But then this is another dilemma. So, I think Georgia said women and men should always look their best. When we let ourselves go, that's when our mates look and admire others more than us. That is so true. That's so true, Georgia. And I told my husband, I said, I told you that, we communicate what you want, because I communicate to him what I want. And so communicate to me, just every once in a while says, it would be nice to have you in clothes. Because he was like, well, is there anything particular you want to wear? I said, no particular. I said, that's why I'm always in PJs, because it's really nothing I want to wear. I said, I got my outfit for our next date night. I put that together yesterday, and I said, so I have that ready. And I said, but I'm comfortable. I'll be comfortable, home by myself, because he's out taking care of our properties, and working on the house that we had, the other house that we have that he's flipping. So he leaves early in the morning, comes back in the afternoon, and then when he comes back, he's tired. So his routine is he'll take a nap, and then after he take a nap, he'll get up, and either he'll cook or he'll go downstairs and watch CNN all day long. And so we're never really in the same room until we're going to bed. And sometimes I'll go sit down with him, but I don't, like I said, I don't want to watch the news, so I don't like sitting down there. If he's watching like crime shows, because we both love those, Scorn Women, The Truth Behind the Lies, 40 Out First, all that, those kind of things. Now, if he watching that, yeah, I'll sit down and I'll watch it, because I love that type of shows as well. But I can't watch no CNN. I just can't. It's just, I can't watch news like that. And that's why I don't know what's going on in the world. My husband, hi Beverly, thank you for joining us from work. So, Beverly, what is your take on sex work? Sex work being legalized. We talking about prostitution, which they changed the terminology to sex work. What is your what is your belief, or how do you feel about it? Being a father versus being a dad. Okay, I think a dad is like the best one to be, because um like I was told, anybody can father a child, but it takes a man to be a dad. So I think a father is the person that initially, like, that's the person that fought, that's the person that helped your mom, you know, come together to have you guys. And then the dad is what title they earn, because they're there for their child. They play with them. They do father son things, or father daughter things. And I believe dad is that one that all men really want to get that title, because if you notice, and I know it probably has something to do that dad is only three letters and father is more, but you see a lot of jewelry for men that says dad and not father, even necklaces and things like that. Father's Day cards even say dad. Georgia said, Beverly, a dad doesn't treat being a good father as an option. He feels just as much or more responsibility as the mother, a neutral, a nurturer, and a provider. Yes, that's what a dad to me is. A father creates, a dad nurtures. Oh, a father creates, a dad nurtures. Yes, yes. So, Beverly, that's what it is. The dad is what every man strives to hear. you'll hear little girls and little boys saying, my father is not around. Or the majority of the time when they say that my father left or my dad left. If they're really really young, that's what they'll say, my dad left. But if they're a little bit older and understand the concept of father and dad, they will say my father left. And most of the times if they have a stepdad, they say my step father, because the father part, the step part and the father part is that the stepfather doesn't procreate with the mom, but he does do the nurturing. So that's why they say my stepfather is my dad. So and that's why there's godfathers or goddads, because a lot of godmother parents don't take being godparents serious. And I tell young women all the time, don't pick your best friend that doesn't have anything going for themselves, and still young and out in the world to be your child's godparent. Because godparents are, and I think people miss the mark on why they are godparents. Godparents are people that a mother and father says, if something happens to me, I know that this person would raise my children the way I would raise them, and I know that my children would be okay. So yeah, Cassandra, a lot of stepdads was dads. And so for me, my dad, I was in a broken home from with my dad, but I had a step father, and that's what I call my stepfather. I said my stepfather. I always said my stepfather because my dad was in my life. He was a constant. He moved right across, like we say, on the wrong side of the tracks, because we lived on one side of the track and he lived right across the other side of the track on the other side. And so he even moved close to me to be my dad. And every morning I could come out my house and I could walk down my sidewalk and I could look up at my dad's windows. And if they were lit up, I knew he was home. And if they wasn't, I knew he had already gone to work. So if I saw him on, I would run over there and ask him for lunch money or snack money. And majority of the time he gave it to me, but sometimes he would say, I just gave you $20 yesterday. And I would have to say, that's yesterday, Dad. I need money today. And I would still have part of a whole lot of my $20, because I will only spend $1 or maybe $2 at school on ice cream. And if I spent $2, it was because I treated one of my friends to some ice cream as well. But yeah, so my dad was always around. And before, I can't remember ever not my dad not being around. I know he wasn't around in my kindergarten through third grade or kindergarten through fourth grade. I know he was there through fifth grade. He had to be there for more than that because we had a tight bond, and I used to live with him and my auntie. My sister and I used to live with him and my auntie. But anyway, yeah, my dad, a dad. So Cassandra said, yep, my stepdad was my dad before he married my mother. And Georgia says, dads pay attention to the details and know what's going on with their children because it's a priority to them. That is correct. And Beverly says, I'm sorry, my phone keeps buffering. It's okay. It's okay, Beverly. If it buffers, you can always come back and look at the commentary. later. So yeah. So I do now. This is what I was gonna say about the sex work. Um, Someone made a valid point that the our Uncle Sam was gonna get his. Now, I really don't feel like that is right because one, they don't have a permanent place of business. It's they revolve, and if they go to the bro hotel, they're paying for that. It's not like that, they are not paying for their way. So everything that they do, they pay for out of pocket. And I don't feel like Uncle Sam should take anything. Now, maybe if they want Social Security when they get older, yeah, take out Social Security for them. But any other type of taxes, I don't feel like Uncle Sam should be entitled to it. But of course, he's going to be entitled to it. He's not going to let anything get past him because that's Uncle Sam, and they want every brown penny they can get. So I don't believe that that should be the case. I do believe that um legalizing it will help with the financial aspect for women. But another thing is that when it becomes legal, it's going to be more sex work because people going to be like, "Oh, wait, Georgia said plus what protection is Uncle Sam providing for the taxes? None." And Cassandra say, if it's going to be legal, Uncle Sam is going to get his. That's right. And Beverly said, thanks everyone. I was thinking there is no difference, but you guys make a lot of sense. Okay, but Beverly, I hope nothing is going on to where you needed to know that the analogy of each one of those. I hope everything is well. And if you need to talk, you can always email me or you can call, and I'd be more than willing to talk. But yes, they shouldn't. And then on top of that, it's gonna be a profession where now everyone's gonna come out the woodworks because they on disability, they don't have to really report sex work. So a lot of people going to start doing it, and then so the clientele going to have so many. The Joe's going to have so many more people to choose from, and then therefore it's going to drive prices down. Some people going to have to bring their prices down, whereas I noticed that it's $20 for this and $50 for that, $100 for this, 200. So I believe that it's going to cause a abundance of women and men, even if they don't want to do it permanently, do it because it's legal. So everybody going to want to jump on the bandwagon. So I really believe that that's going to be an issue, a problem that the sex workers face, because when it's legalized, it's going to be more people that want to try it, and therefore the prices are going to go down. And I don't understand why an escort service is legal and sex work is not legal, because most everybody know that regardless of whether you're an escort means that you're just a high price sex worker. Your clientele call a certain place, to uphold, so are well dressed, well mannered, put together. They take you out to a dinner date with coworkers or investors, and then 9 times out of 10, the same thing happens. Renee says, I pray the legalization does not come up for vote because I will not be voting for it to be legal. I understand it. And Deborah said her either. And Georgia said, you're sure right, Ida, in reference to the escorts. But yeah, Renee and Deborah, I do understand. I understand in totality. And is it morally right? No. But if this is how the only way that you can make a living, provide for your family, and you're not out here robbing, stealing, killing, and degrading your body. Yes, you are. But if that's what you feel like you have to do to make ends meet and provide for your family, then I understand that as well. So, like I said, I'm in a catch-22 situation because on one hand, it's immoral. I don't like that men or women immoralize that person. They don't look at that person or treat that person as a human being, because they feel like they're paying for a service and they should be able to get what they want. But so I don't approve of that. And in the same token, I understand that. And I understand being in a place in your life where that's the only way you feel like you can provide for your family. Like I said, I had a rough life, a tough life. And I think I may have shared some of my life on Design on a Dollar, but I have been through so much in my life. And I always say if people knew everything that I've been through, they would wonder how I'm still standing. And so I've been there where I felt like I was going to have to, but I had a family that, um, because my family tight and we talk all the time. And, I had a very strong family bond and a very supportive family. So I never had to go there. Um, do I believe my mom may have had to? Yeah, I do believe so, but I never saw her. I never, ever. And I don't think my mom did that. I think she had uh as we call them, sugar daddies. I think she may have had sugar daddies. But that's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. Whether you have a sugar daddy or you walk in the street, it's the same thing. You getting paid for a service. But I think once your sugar daddy get to have feelings for you, then that isn't a priority for him anymore. The sex aspect, it's just the spending time with them. And then I believe that then it becomes not a sex worker or anything to that nature. It's just you have a male that likes you and wants to make sure that you're okay. So I do believe sometimes sugar daddies start out that way as just being a means to an end. And but as you go along, especially if you be with that person for a long any length of time, genuine feelings going to arise. And I do believe that sugar daddies do their role or their title changes from being a sugar daddy to being a male companion or male friend. Beverly says, this is new to me about sex work. I will listen later to the live. Okay. And if you go on box.com and you look up what's the name of the article? It is called The Movement to Decriminalize Sex Work Explained. Okay, let me see if I can type that. Box. .com, and then now to come over the movement to DCR. NALIZE. Oh, messed up. CRIM. Wait. O N A. Oh, come on. Decriminalize sex work. EXPLAIN. ED explain. So that right there is the where the article is on Vox.com, and the title of it is The Movement of Decriminalized Sex Work Explained. And then let me see. Renee said we will never revitalize this country to a time that we all want to know unless we stand for something. That's true. Very true. A lot. And Georgia said a lot of sugar daddies are married. Yes, that's also true. Deborah said to each their own, but I have never liked what these women do because I think relationships are broken because of what they do. Okay, now, Deborah, I don't believe that you can say that they are the cause of a relationship being broken, because the person that goes to them has just as much knowledge. They know. Now the person, the sex work, she doesn't know this John from Adam. She don't know if he's married, if he's engaged, because this day and time, men take their rings off. Men don't wear their rings. My husband don't wear his. He wears his when we go out on dates, and when he goes out like to one of his bike clubs function, because when he's working around different things that if his ring get caught on it, it could pull his finger off. So the sex worker doesn't know if her John is married, and she's not there to find out his life story. She's not going to ask him, well, are you married? Do you have any children? Are you engaged? She's not going to ask him all these questions. For one, she didn't come there for that. She needs to get him in and get him out so she can have her next customer. And I know that's gross. I can't. But yeah, that's what she's doing. And also, a lot of men that goes to these women doesn't want a lot of talking, because they have a lot of talking at home, or it's arguments. They want to go somewhere where they can relax, get their swerve on, and leave. So I can't agree that they are the cause of the relationship breaking up. Yes, they play a part in it, especially if the man gets caught. But the street walker has less responsibility than the person that's going to them. So I don't believe that it's just like if you have a job doing selling food. Take for instance, you own a restaurant and you sell food, and the food is really good. So a lot of people come to eat at your establishment. Now, a man goes to this establishment and he eats, always going there, always eating, always going there, always eating, gains a lot of weight, get heart problems and things like that. you can't blame the restaurant person, the owner of the restaurant, for his action, because he knew what he was doing. He knew he was going to the restaurant. He knew what the food can, what happens when he eats the food. He knew the risk of what can happen, and he still did it. So it's the same thing with a man and a street worker. She doesn't know what's going on with him, and especially sometimes Johns have their preference, and they feel like they're safer if they stay with the same sex worker, because he feels like he's getting to know her, she's clean, she's this. But I, I they're not clean. They take baby wipes and wash themselves up. Some of them take showers, but in the wintertime, they're not going to take a full shower and then go right back out on the street, because they're going to get sick and then they can't make any money. But they're not. I'm not saying they're not clean, because in that profession, you find ways to make sure that you are clean. So let's see. Deborah say, I agree, they both are at fault. And Georgia says, a woman knows if a man is married or not most of the time, but a sex worker doesn't really care. That's true. That's very true. And Georgia says the married person is the one breaking the commitment, their fault alone. That's true, because you know that you have a commitment. That's like I said, that's why so Ida, why did you say that you were hurt? The one, he knows. Now it's a difference when you're not. It's a different. I feel like it's a difference when both of them are wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I would approve of either one, because I wouldn't. But a man going to a sex worker, normally maybe it's going to be one time and he realized what he did is wrong. But when you're in a relationship or a marriage and you choose to try to have another life with another female, that female right there, she knows that you're not married. I mean, that you're married, because it's certain times that you can see. So if my husband was cheating, I know that if he was cheating, he'll be cheating first thing in the morning or on Fridays and Saturday nights when he go play cards. So I know my husband has a routine, and I can call him at any given time throughout the day and say, babe, where you at? And I'll say, most of the time I ask him, is he over at the house? And that means the house that we're renovating to flip. And he'll either say, no, I'm out taking tax stuff, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You know, he's very open about his whereabouts. And so if I didn't feel like he was being truthful, I can always, go to those places, because I could be the only place that I can't be inside of 5 to 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes is if he's in Greenville doing some with our properties there. Renee says, I'm sorry, I disagree, Ida, because if a man eats himself to obesity, he is not hurting anyone but himself. No. If this man is married, I'm taking it on the same fact, like we're talking, the man is married. So if he eats himself into obesity, he's not only hurting himself, he's hurting his family. Because if he has a heart attack, a stroke, or dies, he leaves a family behind that maybe he was the main breadwinner. So I think people don't look at the full picture when they say, oh, they're not doing anything but hurting themselves. No, it's not that. It's not right. It's not the case. Because there are other people involved. Even if the obesity person is not married, but has an extended family, if he eats himself into obesity and pass away, or get sick or have a heart attack, he's still affecting his family. So he's not just affecting himself. He's affecting more than one person. He's not hurting anyone but himself. However, if he was in a relationship with the other person, that puts her health at risk. Wait. However, if has a relationship with an outside person, that puts their health, that the his main person health at risk. Yeah, that and that is that would be the eating and eating and eating and eating until something happens. So yeah, he steps out. He ends up, choosing a streetwalker that he feels like looks, because that's all they're going on is looks, look like they're okay, and go have sex with him, and then contract a disease and take it back home. So yes, he is hurting her in that manner. But the same token, the person that's eating and being in obesity, they take that problem back home as well, because they eating and eating and eating, and they taking the problem of being obese back home. Then it's breathing. The breathing is messed up, so they may have to go on breathing treatments. That's more medical costs. That's more money that's coming out the family pocket. So it's not just the person eating that is being hurt in the obesity situation. And then Georgia says a man don't even have to go to pay a sex worker. There are so many women out there giving it away for free, unfortunately. Yep, and that's true. And I think what they believe is that, and 9 times out of 10, it is true. They believe that if I talk with him, if I make him feel bad, make him feel good, make him feel something that his wife is not making him feel, make him feel like he's a man, then eventually we'll get around to the sexual part. And that's why I say on that instance, the woman knows. She knows, because he not coming to, either he gonna tell her that she's the side chick, or he's gonna tell her I'm married and I'm in the process of a divorce, or I'm separated but we still live in the same house. A man has suave moves, and I'm not just saying a man. We as women have savvy moves ourselves as well. That if we step outside of our marriage, easy for us to make up something that is believable. But I choose. Georgia said, true. The obese person's wife becomes a caregiver instead of his wife. Plus, as Ida says, lots of their money will be spent on medical bills. Renee says, Georgia says, boy, bye. What you saying, boy, bye to, Georgia? Yes, and that's what I know, Georgia. The last comment that Renee said was related to married men. And I was using the same analogy as a man going into a restaurant and him being married, going into a restaurant and eating and eating and eating and eating himself into obesity. And that when he eats himself into obesity, his health going to change. Therefore, it's going to cost his wife and his household money, because medical bills going to have to be paid. If he has a heart attack, that is another thing. And if he doesn't have that type of work, a type of insurance where he's out of work and he still get paid, the household is going to fall apart. Yeah, if a man, yeah. You were saying, boy, bye if a man cheats. Yeah. And I'm gonna do one more thing. Oh God, you know what? No, cancel. Oh, I can't see. Wait. Oh, cancel. Guys, what time is? I can't see the time now. Have we been up here? I know it's probably past the hour. I'm just talking and talking and talking and talking. This was a I think a lot of us enjoyed this topic. And oh, we 16 minutes past. But I can't remember what I was going to say anyway, so that's good. But yes, there is a moral side of sex work, and there is a survival side of sex work. And I understand both sides, but I don't think it's right that majority of streetwalkers are women. I don't feel like it's right that women have to degrade themselves to provide for their family. And I don't feel like a man should degrade that woman by, paying her for sex. What happened to men saw a woman in need and the neighborhood came together to help that person? I think we need to get back to those roots of helping people instead of being crabs in a bucket. And so I do believe that if you see somebody in need, then you should help them. And oh God, yeah. So anyway, guys, I'm going to sign off. My divas, my divine, innovative, victorious, achieved sisters. We are going to. Oh, wait. I got one thing to show you. Look at our cup. Look at the cup. Look. The Divas cup. Georgia said she believes that where there's a will, God will provide a more ethical way to make ends meet. Georgia said, yes, good topic, Renee. Renee said, if he cheats, I'm going to be that's right, Stella, and get my group back. Yes, Deborah. Yeah, isn't it nice? Sharon from Classy Shades Design, she made it, and I only have 3 women on it right now, but the next one she's going to I'm drawing the achieved woman, and I'm going to send that drawing to her, and she's going to make me another one that has all of them on it. But this is the Divas Cup. So if y'all want one, go head over to Sharon at Classy Shades Design and asked her for one of the Diva cups, and she would make it. And she also would make a design on a dollar cup for you as well. So guys, enjoy the rest of your evening. I have truly enjoyed talking with you guys tonight. And I don't know where the wind gonna be on next Saturday. My daughter is calling. Hello. Hey.
What you doing?
I'm getting ready to end my live.
Oh, all right. Calm back.
All right. Okay, so yeah. Whatever it'll be, I hope it's as interesting and as good night, Diva. So I do enjoy this, guys, and I will see you guys on Saturday on Design on a Dollar, and then again here on Monday to have another topic, female topic. So enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. Good night.